Hello. Sean and Broden's narrative summary recap here. Today, I'm going to explain an action-adventure sci-fi film called Disguised Toast.
Okay, some context. We do this thing at the house where we watch movie recaps, which are YouTube videos that's text-to-speech explaining the plot of a movie. We've been doing this for the last 2 months. It's like our guilty pleasure, and it looks like they made their own version.
Jeremy Wang is a quiet high school incel in Toronto, Canada. He is self-sufficient and very intelligent. He has a crush on his next-door neighbor, Chat, who is also one of the few classmates who is nice to him. Jeremy's only friend is YouTube, who, though rich and good-looking, is similarly an outcast. YouTube, however, is somewhat anxious about the affection Twitch shows Jeremy. Twitch appreciates Jeremy's charismatic aptitude and can barely conceal his desire to have Jeremy as his own son. Jeremy's science class takes a field trip to a genetics laboratory at Columbia University. The lab works on bread and has even managed to create a new species of bread through genetic manipulation and combination. While Jeremy is taking photographs of Chat for the school newspaper, one of these new bread lands on his hand and bites him. Jeremy comes home feeling ill and immediately goes to bed. At the genetic level, the venom injected by the bread bite begins to work strange magic on Jeremy. Meanwhile, Ninja visits Twitch to see the results of their new super influencer formula. When one of Twitch's top scientists, Frodan, warns him the formula is unstable, Ninja threatens to pull all of Mixer's influence from Twitch. Later that night, Twitch exposes himself to the formula. He gains thousands of subs but is driven insane. He kills Frodan and steals an exoskeleton and jet glider. Jeremy wakes up the next morning feeling better than ever. He also learns his scrawny physique now ripples with muscles and his eyesight is perfect. At school that day, he learns he is entertaining and charismatic while playing video games. He demonstrates his new skills by catching Chat and her food tray when she slips at lunch, and then beating an enraged Hearthstone streamer that only plays Arena. That night, he and Chat casually flirt across the fence separating their backyards, although the Hearthstone streamer breaks this up when he arrives with his new car. Jeremy believes he needs a car to impress Chat but knows he is not able to afford one. One night he finds an advertisement in the paper. A local Major Blizzard tournament will pay $3,000 to anyone who can win in the arena against their champion, WTY Bill. Jeremy builds a druid, warlock, and paladin deck, then heads out to the arena, telling Hearthstone he is going to the library. Hearthstone is worried about the changes in Jeremy's personality and Hearthstone insists on driving him to the library. He tries to explain his concerns. He encourages Jeremy not to get into any more duels. He might have the power to beat the washed-up streamers of the world, but behind every SI7 agent there is a combo, the responsibility to know when and how best to use the coin. Jeremy passive-aggressively says, "Well played." He tells Hearthstone he is not Jeremy's father and should not act like he is. Jeremy not only survives the arena match, he defeats WTY Bill while still having 14 health remaining. But Blizzard pays Jeremy only $100 and lets him do a card reveal. Angry at being gypped, Jeremy stands aside as a Riot Stan holds up Blizzard. However, when he gets out to the street, he discovers the Riot Stan fatally wounded Hearthstone and stole his car. That same night, a menacing figure wearing the stolen Twitch exoskeleton and riding the jet glider attacks a weapons test at Mixer, Twitch's chief competitor. Their prototype is destroyed and Ninja is killed. Jeremy is inspired by Hearthstone's admonition to use his toast powers for the greater good. He doubles his hours and dominates his time slot, foiling competition as the amazing Disguised Toast, a name which Conan O'Brien says is the greatest name in gaming history. Jeremy, Chat and YouTube drop out of college and move to LA. Jeremy and YouTube get a loft together and play teamfight tactics. Chat works as a waitress and struggles to get acting auditions. She and YouTube also begin seeing one another. YouTube apologizes to Jeremy but points out Jeremy was always too shy to make a move himself. Jeremy struggles to give a shit. Twitch offers to help him find one but respects Jeremy's desire to make his own way in the world. Twitch is also happy. Mixer has to reorganize after the debacle that killed Ninja. Twitch has more streamers and the company's stock is soaring. He is crestfallen to learn the board of directors has chosen this moment to accept a buyout from Facebook. His insanity manifests itself in a split personality, the driven yet confused Twitch, and the murderous, scheming villain who will soon become known as the Among Us. As Among Us, he attacks Twitch's annual Unity Day street fair and kills the board of directors. His attack also endangers Chat. Disguised Toast fights off Among Us and rescues Chat when she nearly falls to her death. Chat finds herself falling in love with Disguised Toast, a feeling only reinforced when he saves her from some rapists a few days later during Arena Night. This time, she thanks him with a deep kiss. She doesn't know he is really Jeremy. The Among Us decides he and Disguised Toast should be partners. He attacks the Bugle office to lure Disguised Toast into a trap, using knockout gas to subdue him, and then gives Disguised Toast a few days to think over his offer of partnership. He warns Disguised Toast that Chat will eventually turn against him, and that they should rule them together. A few days later, on Thanksgiving, Among Us stages a fire in an apartment building to get an answer from Disguised Toast. Disguised Toast refuses to join with Among Us, and the two fight. Disguised Toast receives a bad cut on his arm. As Twitch and Jeremy, Among Us and Disguised Toast are due at the loft for Thanksgiving dinner. They each race back separately. When Jeremy arrives to dinner with fresh blood from the cut on his sleeve, Twitch realizes Jeremy is Disguised Toast and hastily leaves. On the way out, he insults Chat and she leaves, hurt that YouTube didn't defend her. That night, Among Us attacks Aunt May at home, sending her to the hospital. While visiting her, Chat reveals her crush on Disguised Toast to Jeremy, but they wind up having an intimate moment themselves. YouTube sees this and knows his relationship with Chat is over. Among Us decides to strike at Disguised Toast through Chat. He kidnaps her, then sabotages his career along the Roosevelt Bridge. When Disguised Toast arrives, Among Us gives him the choice of saving Chat or his career, then drops them both from the bridge. Disguised Toast manages to save both, with an assist from a passing barge and pedestrians on the bridge who pelt Among Us with debris and delay him from his attempts to kill Disguised Toast. Among Us then kidnaps Disguised Toast and throws him into an abandoned platform. The two fight, and Among Us overpowers Disguised Toast, even hosting a late-night show without inviting him, heavily damaging Disguised Toast's pride and wounding him. As the Among Us holds back Disguised Toast and is about to kill him with dual blades, he makes the mistake of threatening Chat. Enraged at this, Disguised Toast beats Among Us senseless, overpowering him, but stops when Among Us unmasks to reveal himself to be Twitch. Jeremy is shocked that Twitch is Among Us. Twitch then tries to reason to Jeremy that all of the actions that had occurred were from the influence of Among Us. As Twitch talks to Jeremy, asking for forgiveness, Among Us jet glider appears behind Disguised Toast, and the Among Us persona takes over Twitch. Among Us tries to use his jet glider to kill Disguised Toast, but he leaps out of the way just in time. Among Us is impaled and killed. As he dies, Twitch asks Jeremy not to tell YouTube about Among Us. Jeremy goes to visit Hearthstone's grave. Chat finds him there and confesses her love for him. She kisses him tenderly, passionately. Jeremy wants to tell her the truth but can't. Instead, he tells her he can never be more than her friend. Chat has an inkling that she might have kissed him before, but Jeremy walks away, knowing both his blessing and his curse in life. Who am I? I'm Disguised Toast. Subscribe to watch more videos like this. Turn on notifications. And leave a like, it really helps the channel out. Thank you for watching.
Amazing. Thank you so much. That's so funny. Epic. I would watch that movie over most things you see online these days. Thank you very much, Sean and Broden. That was amazing. I always wanted my own movie recap.